What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is COD Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. This one is going to be the first of a couple best class setups that I'm going to be bringing you guys here on the channel. Some weapon showcases, gameplays, and class setups that I think you guys will enjoy and definitely can help you out here if you so choose to use it. But this one is going to be focused on the NV-4, my personal favorite weapon here that I've been advocating since COD XP, and I told you guys from the very beginning I would love this thing and love to use it all the time, and I think you guys would too, and this definitely is the same case here with this. But before we get too far into it, if you guys enjoy this and it helps you out in any way, shape, or form, drop a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with best class setups, news, information, tips, and tricks, and all that kind of stuff here within Infinite Warfare's beta, and of course moving forward into the full game. But let's talk about the class setup a little bit. The NV-4 has been my pride and joy from the get-go here within Infinite Warfare, even at the early access that I had, but this one, even in the beta, it still retains all its properties, all the characteristics that I loved about it here back when I played with it a month ago, and it still is that natural force that can totally work as an SMG close quarters type of gun or a long range assault rifle as it naturally is and built in within its properties. This one is once again a very versatile weapon. You can use it in just about any engagement here. It is more suited of course towards mid-range and long-range gunfights because it is an assault rifle, but it definitely can do work up close. That said though, one thing to note is that there are variants in Infinite Warfare, so will it matter if you have the same exact variant that I have in this class setup? Absolutely not. The variants are very minuscule, and the difference is only a few minor properties and attributes are changed up from variant to variant, so if you guys just use the base NV-4, that's perfectly fine, and you can still do a ton of work here with this because we're focusing on making this weapon super powerful via attachments and perks. But if you guys are interested in recreating this entirely, in this class, I am using the NV-4 Vigilance. So that aside though, let's talk about the attachments as well as perks, because I think these definitely work well together and definitely make this weapon a very, very nice force. So to start it off, we're gonna run a Reflex. You can use this in my opinion, or the ELO, it doesn't really matter which one. I think a lot of people would go for the Reflex since it is defaulted on the weapon and it doesn't require a ton of leveling up to do. A lot of people may just jump into this and try this weapon out after not having used it much at all, and therefore might only have the base weapon and attachments, a few of them unlocked at this point. So an ELO really comes down to preference if you have it even, but I would definitely put a reticle on. The iron sights are manageable, but definitely with a little bit more of a pinpoint precision, I think it is a better choice here whenever you go in the grand scheme of things. Then for the other attachments, we're going to run Grip, which is a laser pointer here at this point. It already has a very low recoil, and when you add in the Grip, it definitely makes it something that does not move at all whenever you're shooting, and especially even if you get a little bit of a flinch, you do still have a nice control over the weapon and the recoil is still relatively low. Next, I run a quick draw on this, and this thing just snaps up. It is immediate and very useful, especially in trying to get from point A to point B whenever I'm changing directions and trying to snap onto targets. And I feel like the quick draw in Infinite Warfare is much more effective than some quick draws, especially I feel like it feels 10 times better than that of Black Ops 3's quick draw. At least that's my personal preference. Once again, this thing literally just snaps. You'll see in the gameplay that I come up and I aim down sight almost instantaneously, so it's something that very much so does help out. And for an assault rifle that you want to get in these engagements quick and get your first shot up, this definitely helps out a ton. Next, and the final attachment on the weapon itself is extended mags, and I think this one is very variable. I think if you've reached level 15, I totally recommend hollow point over this because it increases headshot lethality just like high caliber does in Black Ops 3, but in my opinion it is much better than high caliber. But since I know that many people will not be willing to go that far just to earn a nice little class and nice little additional piece, this is a huge advantage too because it's unlocked third and offers a huge advantage since Scavenger isn't really around, and you also don't have to reload as much, which in turn helps you out by stringing together more kills and also keeps you in the fight. So it definitely is a nice little attachment here and something that you can get really early on in the game. Now for the perks here, I run Blind Eye, and this one will negate the ability for AI to target you, so streaks were flying about in the recent matches in this, so I felt pretty comfortable running this instead of something like Dexterity or Blast Shield. Then I have Hardline, which helps out with the streaks, though it's a little bit differently. You can gain bonus points for each kill, but only up to 8 kills, and additionally every 2 assists counts as a kill bonus on top of that. But this definitely helped me out in this gameplay. You'll see I dropped like 3 Wardens or something like that, so it really helps out get your score streaks with this, and if you're looking for those streak kills, it really does help out big time. And finally, the last perk and the last piece of this class setup is Pinpoint. This is a huge perk to me. You outline enemies as you deal damage or take damage, so essentially it paints a picture of them for you, and I think it's an absolutely awesome addition to the perk system. With the ability to just track them a little bit more after that, it definitely helps out, and I would definitely recommend this. this. But that concludes this class setup here. That's my NV-4 class. I absolutely love it. I think it does me tremendously well. I've gotten a bunch of gameplays here with it. You might even see a lot of these gameplays up on the channel at some point, because once again, I love the NV-4. It works out so well for me. It's very versatile. It's a weapon that's powerful, consistent, and it's very low tiered in terms of the ranking system. So you can jump in and it's a default assault rifle that you can get in the beta immediately and use this right away. So it definitely does help, and having a nice little class setup to go along with it goes a long way. So that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Hopefully it helped you out, and if you guys did, I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Did you guys use this? Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Whatever it may be, love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with Infinite Warfare, and of course everything that comes here after that in the beta, like tips, tricks, class setups, all that good stuff. We're gonna have it here up on the channel, so stick around for all that if it interests you. Mine has been Nikolai Espresso. I will see you guys later. Take care and peace.